Ahoy mateys, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be going over how to play Mr. Bigglesworth and what you should think about when playing as this hero. So basically, since Mr. Bigglesworth hero ability is a passive hero ability, we're going to be playing this as a very normal game in the beginning. We'll just pick up whatever is the best thing available for us every time and upgrading as normal as well. So here we go for the Murloc Tide Hunter. I believe that's the best minion to go for in the first round, unless you have a hero ability that can do something. In total it's 3 attack, 2 health, split over 2 minions, so you can also just sell them for 2 gold later on if you want to. So in most cases I feel Murloc Tide Hunter is the best minion to go for in the early game. We'll freeze it because of both the other Murloc and the extra summon, so we can just fill up our board. But this round we are going to be upgrading, and we'll see if we will keep the board. I think we will, because no matter what, the other Murloc is going to be a good play. Rockbull Hunter. So I'm definitely picking that up next round. So while playing as Mr. Bigglesworth, something we need to think about is we are going to play the game as normal. We're going to be picking up minions of a certain type or that fits well together as we normally would. But then when we get into the mid game and people start getting knocked out, we get to choose one of their minions out of 3, so discover a minion that we get to play as. And then we have 2 choices, because they are going to be playing mech decks, they're going to play dragons, they're going to play murlocs, a lot of different things. And we need to choose if we will stick with our deck or go for more of a diversified deck, like one of each kind almost. Yeah, so right now we're just filling up the board. I think that's the play this round. Yeah, so in my opinion, there's not one right or wrong. Like, yeah, there's not one play you can do, one strategy you can go for every time. What we have to do, we need to pay attention to our opponent and what minions they have, if they are stronger or worse than what we have, and then see what we discover. And if we assume that we can get a lot of strong minions from the people that are getting knocked out, we will switch our deck based on those minions. If they're not good enough, we will stick to whatever we have chosen to play as.
Nice workout.
So right now we have started already to get a little bit of a Murloc deck with 2 good Murlocs, at least good for the early game. So we'll be picking up another Murloc Tide Hunter. And here we have the start of a deck we can use in the mid game. So right now this is just 2 good minions that fit well together. Now we have a full board and everyone is getting buffed 1+1, hopefully. So this will allow us to win a few of the fights now early game, and then we can transition into the mid game when people are starting to get knocked out. And another clue or a tip when playing Mr. Bigglesworth is to play it kind of safe. You don't want to go for risky plays like spending all your money looking for something in the mid game before you have a board of 7 minions. So want to try to always be competitive each round, because your hero ability does nothing in the early game, so you don't want to fall too far behind. So it's more important to have a full board than it is to find exactly what you're looking for most of the time. So yeah, on 7 gold upgrade, and we'll pick a bigger Murloc. Trying to transition into Murloc now. Ah, nice. Freeze this and pick it up next round. Or, I mean, it's yeah, now we've already started. So now we just have to do it. So this goes exactly against the tip I had about trying to fill up your board. But as you can see, the stats on this board are bigger than what we had. So it can be justified as a good play, and we get a free refresh out of it. So what you can do this sort of play, but you don't want to sell or like use all your money to look for minions. But if there are minions on the board, then it's okay to sell some to just have a stronger board in general. But that's what we're looking to do. Make sure we don't take too much damage in the early game.
Welcome back. How's it going out there? Hey,
This is good.
Here's your reward.
The gold grubber this early can be pretty good, and the other two are not that useful. We already have 2 golden Murlocs because we got the golden Tidehunter that summons another gold minion. Nah. I was thinking about picking up the pirate just for 3 gold that we could sell later, but the gambler. But I think this is better. Oh, nice. Is there anything we want to sell? I'm not selling the gold grubber, I think. And the rest we need. Nah, we're not selling anything. So we'll just freeze it even though we have 2 gold.
So many shinies.
So we want to keep looking on the left side on the other heroes. Like the heroes that are, how many heroes is there here that are really hard, a really strong early game that is going to be hard to beat? So you definitely have Millhouse and the Lich King. Both of them are pretty good early game. Except for those 2, there's not that strong. Maybe Captain Hook and Tusk as well. So 3 strong early games. But we are transitioning now out of the early game and into the mid game, and we see that there's no one that's about to go out right now, but 2 rounds maybe. We probably should have someone go out. Yeah, let's buff this because old Merc guy, we only have 2 of them. If we had 3 I would have buffed that, but I want to buff the gold minions in case we are going for a gold build with just the gold grubber being the main centerpiece. So here we can go either for gold or for Murlocs, and hopefully a combination of both. Would be a pretty strong way to get into the mid game. Or we are in the mid game, but it would be a good transition from mid game to late game. And yeah, the reason we didn't pick up both Murlocs was because we wanted to upgrade. We want to get to 5. If we're playing Murlocs, we want Brand, and we also want the Murloc I am unable to pronounce the name of that I just call the King Murloc. Yeah, we got this. Nice. So we're doing pretty okay. We have a good board, and we are on in 4th place. That's pretty decent playing as Mr. Bigglesworth. The only place you don't want to be is like 7 or 8. You might not even get to use your hero ability. So we played pretty safe, except for when we got Old Murkai. That was a bit more risky, but still it was a good play. Ooh, nice. I mean, here, if we were playing it more risky, we could have kept more of our hand and just tried to look for triple next round. But in this situation, it's not worth it because we're just trying to not lose HP now in the beginning. When people are starting to lose, we are going to get better or be able to pick out some good minions. That's where we're really like committing to going for first place, like getting top notch of everything. We're still trying to get a good board, but it's more important that we don't go into a round with a bad board. Yeah, so this is a pretty clear win against Lich King, who is in first, so that's good.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure. A good tactical choice.
Yeah, so with a gold grubber,
Better hire a recruit
I have
while you can.
like a split opinion if you should go for trying to get him with a triple or not. If it's early and there's still a lot of people left, there's going to be a lot more rounds going in the game, then yeah, go for a triple gold grubber. Now we're going for Old Murkai here just to get the gold. Go for triple gold grubber, but if it's later in the game and he can't get to use his buff too much, then don't. But here we will also either get a good minion from this, which we did not, so we can play the other gold grubber. It doesn't really matter which one of these we take. Yeah, so we'll pick this, play the gold grubber, and I think that's pretty okay.
So many shiny.
Ah, that should actually be in first, and gold grubber should be last, but whatever. The gold grubbers are gonna get buffed up real quick here. And gold grubber can be a good like add-on piece to a Murloc deck, I believe, because Murlocs are good because they can get poison and they can get buffed quite a bit, but getting Murlocs to like even close to 100 is almost impossible. Getting gold grubber to 100 is pretty or happens a lot of the time when you're competing for first place. So you want to use, yeah, let's see, definitely the bigger Poghopper here, and we'll sell something to make space for him. Unsure if I want to upgrade. I don't really want to upgrade because I want to get a 5-star from the Poghopper. And there's the gold grubber. So let's just sell this one. Play the Poghopper, see what we get. Brand, yeah, perfect. And let's get him to triple, play him, all golden board.
So many shinies.
And yeah, now Reno, Alexstrasza and Captain Hookentusk is starting to get really low and are going to get out of the game. Or some of them are going to be knocked out pretty soon. So Brand is very good for a Murloc deck. I'm unsure if we will stick to a Murloc deck, because now we have already gotten a really good Pug Hopper. We have the Gold Grubber that is not a Murloc. So what we can transition into is like a minion of each type deck. That's pretty strong if we are able to find if we can find a Light Fang Enforcer. So we want to be looking for the Light Fang Enforcer. If we can find him going for one minion of each type, is probably pretty strong, as we have seen a lot of different decks and we want one minion of each kind. We can just always make sure to keep in the minion who is the strongest. If we get another strong minion, we can just see if it's better than what we have. It's an easy way to play Mr. Bigglesworth. But you shouldn't do it if, like, if our Murlocs already had poison, for example. I wouldn't exchange a Murloc board with poison and a Brand, for example. Like a Murloc deck with poison and Brand, would not exchange that for one of each kind, because it's less strong most of the time. But as our Murlocs are only just buffed a little bit, going for a deck with different types of minion and a Light Fang Enforcer is probably a pretty good decision. We'll pick up this in case we'll stick to Murlocs. So let's just see what we can find here. More Murlocs. There is the Light Fang Enforcer. I clicked a little bit too fast, but we also have a pretty strong Murloc deck. So I was mostly looking for Murlocs. The Light Fang Enforcer would only be able to buff 3 minions, so it's not strong enough right now. The Murloc is still better. Spending 3 gold on the Light Fang Enforcer right now might not be the best decision. It's safer to go with the Murlocs, and that's how we're playing Mr. Bigglesworth. We're playing him safe all the time. Just don't take damage, because we are going to take damage. We have already taken damage. We are not taking damage this round at least. This is a knockout, clean knockout.
You're good at this.
I can use Algameddon, or I could go for a Golden Wax Rider just to get another card, but Algameddon is already buffed and it can be used both in the Murloc deck and if we are switching over to different types of minion deck. So when I say deck, I mean board. So I think the Amelgadon was the better choice, because we are not going to be using the Wax Rider. Other than it's just gold and will give us one card that is 6. But Algameddon is right now the 6 cost minion we actually want. Trying to make room for Algameddon and the Cold Seer, so we get in the Amelgadon and we are able to buff him up. So we have to sell something, so I'm selling this one. Only reason being that Murloc, the other 2 Murlocs are stronger.
Watch out.
So we just keep the collides here for this round and use it next round. As this round are alone, +2 to all, or +4 to all Murloc and Melgadon's health would not equal the amount of health and attack the Rockpool Hunter had. So we will sell it when we get enough Murlocs in our hand to justify selling it, like next round. And there we have Lich King out. It's pretty sweet. And if we get to the final, now we're in first place. If we get to the final, we will get 2 more cards after this.
Keep up the pressure.
Nothing we need, but Kalagos is definitely the bigger one of these. So let's just pick him up. And Kalagos is actually as good as the Rockpool Hunter right now, so I guess we'll sell the Rockpool Hunter, use some of the Battlecry Murlocs, and then go for one of each type deck.
That's what I would have picked.
Still, right now, our biggest piece is the gold grubber. Like, when we are all gold as we are now, of course we sold one of our gold minions, but it's better to just use the buffs when we have them here right now. And we can also play the Cold Light Seer as the last minion, so we get more gold if we want to. And I think that's the right decision, just sell Kalagos, and it's hard. Let's see what we get. Another Kalagos, yeah. Let's pick up this, sell the Cold Light Seer, play Kalagos, and then we can pick up the third Kalagos whenever he pops up. Yeah, he is also going for a mixed minion deck. Not really like the strongest type of minions. So he's definitely not ending up in first. He's actually out here, I think. Yeah, he is. Alright. Let's see. Thinking the gold grubber, because all of our board is gold, so just getting him buffed. And the dragon I don't want, because I'm gonna be using Kalagos as the dragon, if that's the way we're gonna go. Let's see. Let's pick up Sneersel Shredder. There was no really good minions there. The brand. Do I need a brand?
Go big or go home, I always say.
Yeah, my head is a little bit of a mess right now. It's hard to decide if we're sticking to the like some sort of a Murloc team, or if we are changing it up and going for just biggest minion. I played that wrong. I was going to put that into the Pogopper. My bad. I wanted the Divine Shield and Taunt on the Pogopper. But okay. Mistakes happen. It's a mistake, but it's not the biggest mistake we could have made. Not just hoping that it won't cost us the game. No poison. So we have won this no matter what. The question is only if we are going to beat him out of the game, or if we have to play him another round. There's no way he's getting through the gold grubber that had 134 attack and health. And it doesn't seem like he's able to get rid of much here, so I think that's GG. Or no, it's not. We have to go another round.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Okay, but that deck is not hard to beat. He's not able to buff it up enough. He need like 2 poison minions in there, and they have to hit right. He needs to have 2 poison minions that hit both of the gold grubbers. So. And the reason we upgraded is because we know he's behind. We will upgrade this turn because we can take damage next turn and still. And I want to be looking for the third Caligos if that is the case. But yeah, I'll probably pick up this. No. It's like hard to decide. We have 4 different kinds of minions here, so could have been a good choice, but I'd rather go for a golden Caligos right now. See if we can find him.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Yeah, so this is what we're sticking with. I believe we're going to win this round as well. I haven't seen him pick up. Yeah, nice one! Nice! That is what, that's good. I like that. I do the same if I know I'm going to lose. I didn't find what I was looking for, and there's no chance I'm going to win. Just pick the smallest minion I can find and play him, just for laughs. It's a good way. Okay, that's it. That's was a little bit all over the place, but I hope I was able to explain some good tips and tricks on how to play Mr. Bigglesworth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe, it means a lot if you do. Alright, goodbye.